Discussing here cyberbullying. I think this is kind of like
Like
this is real
felt
type of
a
stuff though.
little different and stuff. I noticed that when my friends, like I always seem kind of annoying to my friends, like a lot, and I could never focus. I've never really been able to focus. It's gotten to the point of like tears where I try to like do my math homework or something, and I just can't. And I've always been able to make like in class if I couldn't focus. I've always been like very obedient, so like the teacher never really looked at me and noticed me for that stuff, because ADHD stands for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. I have ADHD, and a thing that comes with that is like bad insomnia. I've always had insomnia, and I probably just make it worse by looking at screens and stuff. I have to take sleeping pills, melatonin.
Damn.
So falling asleep's difficult no matter what. It's not really fun, tuning out and having people think you don't care about what they're saying. It's not fun. It's not fun.
I'm gonna go with a little bit of a rant with you guys. I've had a big thing with bullying too when I was a kid. I know it doesn't really seem like it, but the thing is real, and it was a big thing when I was a kid, especially in middle school. I didn't really know how to handle big groups well. I had like a little group of people that I've always kind of like talked to and everything, and I always tried to be the popular one. I always tried to be popular. That was my goal when I was going through school and everything, especially middle school. I tried really hard to be sitting with the popular kids, um, doing everything the popular kids were doing and everything like that. And it was just a goal of mine because I just seen how much attention they always got, and I did. I was striving for attention. That's something I needed. So, and with that, going to a group that's not, and like has your same sort of personalities and everything, you get like a little clash of where, um, it's not really, you're not getting along with people you're forcibly trying to be. You're not. It's not going to be right when you try to be someone you're not, right? And I got more, um, I got more shunned than anything because I was straight up just trying to be someone that I wasn't. So with that, comes the bullying because they just were seeing me as a target and everything because they could see that, I was a person that wasn't part of that group. Um, I've always been called names and everything too when I was in middle school. It wasn't until I kind of later high school where I learned a lot of things when it comes to self worth. Yeah, self worth and trying to develop myself as a person instead of always trying to um, be someone that other people wanted me to be. So I started lifting weights every single day after school. I would walk to the YMCA and I would work out for about an hour and a half, and from there I would go walk home, and that would be all the way across town. I would walk the whole entire length of my town every single day, just so I can, work on my body and work out and everything like that, because I knew that that was something that I needed to do. I needed to find the qualities that best fitted me instead of fitted someone else's fitted someone else's standards, right? So when you get to the point, it's more along the lines of knowing your self-worth and knowing that what you have and your qualities are worth something, whether or not someone else thinks that they're worth something, or whatever they think that your qualities are worth. That's not how you actually feel. Like, your self-worth is what you believe it is, and you're in charge of who you are. So that's that's basically my my viewpoint on, especially when it comes to school and everything like that. It's important to realize, especially going through school and everything, how important you are, because you are going to be with you for the rest of your life. And it's important to, love yourself. It's important to understand how good of a person you are, because you are a good person. No matter how much times maybe other people might say you're not, or if you mess up and you feel like you're not a good person, it's not true. You are the best person that you will ever know. And just realize that. Just understand that. And you guys are awesome. And everything. So take care of yourself, because I care about you guys. Take care of yourself and understand that you got people that got your back. And if nobody got your back, I got your back. Okay? Awesome. Yeah. That's a little bit about Terry. Oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. Is that bear heart? Heck yeah. Yo, can I get some hearts in the chat? Can I get some anything heart related put in the chat? Because that was I went on a wholesome rant right there. That is some high quality Twitch content right there. Heck yeah, guys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. What else is on? Let's get back to the YouTube garbage.
At all. It's like my mind kind of drifts off, but I have to it's really hard to keep track. So like I can do it sometimes, but not always. Yeah, I feel like my friends are they think I'm annoying, and then they invite me places out of pity. There was this bonfire thing that I was invited to, and I was really glad that I was invited. We were all sitting around in a big circle, all 30 of us, and we were talking about stuff, and it was my turn to talk about it, right? And as I'm talking, I realize I'm going on for a little bit longer than everyone else. But while I'm talking, some other people, they just start talking across the thing, and I was and then everyone else starts talking, and I was I wasn't done. I was alright, and then I just kind of stopped. Talking to people's scary. I've got one friend that I can talk to about personal issues. She's really nice. But if I were to talk about my other friends, they just say oof or something like that.
Oof.
Oh, what the heck? You're another version of me.
What?
I'm not another version of you.
Just
You're
breaks the.
another version of me.
That's a big ego.
Do I have to let my cat out? Yeah, 1 second. I gotta let my cat out.
Oh god. Oh god.
Are you laughing? His body suspended.
That was cursed. I'm sorry.
Ready Player One would never work in Red. It's not at all how it would be.
Oh, it's like he's bringing into a shell
It would have been better than E.T. or Jurassic Park, so we get some
When
fantasy thing.
Jesus.
Look,
That was cursed.
again. Just show us that animation.
Oh god.
It would be like a psychological thriller.
Oh my god.
It's climbing into the bench.
I am 4'9" 4'10", and that's really bad for a 15-year-old. When I'm walking, you'd probably think of me as a 10-year-old. You'd probably think I was 10 or 11. And most of my friends now, they don't get asked if they need a kids menu, but I do. I know that's not a big thing, but it just lets me look into the public perception of me, when I just go about my daily life.
You got a
We
good
know
deal
that
on the kids menu. You're saving money.
That's true. That's true.
I had to leave and move to Texas for some family issues, but back then, I've always had long hair. I had really long hair up until like 6 months ago, and when I went into high school, I said they're
Oh,
gonna
they
be
moved scenery.
really mean to me. The kids were just ruthless. Like everywhere I went, I heard people saying like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" And they'd call me other things that I don't want to say. But I remember when I went home that day, I just
Dude,
because we were living.
dude, like high school and middle school is like ruthless, dude, and it's no for no reason. And like we're looking back now, I, I can't. I never even see like 95% of the people I've went to school with. I have never seen since high school. Literally, I've only been in contact with about 5% of everyone that I've ever went to high school with. Like after everything, it's just it's so stupid how it's it's all your life, and I don't I'm not like I know how important it is when you're in high school and middle school, how important it is to fit in and everything, but you realize after high school and everything is done how everyone goes their separate ways, how everyone just disperses into the world, and how you realize how unimportant all that stuff was. And everything was just all the name calling and all everything that happened was just unnecessary because it, it didn't have any weight. Like there's no weight to it. There's no reason for them to bring people down. It's just a people trying to get the upper edge on everybody else, and that's it. It has nothing. It doesn't reflect on who you will be outside of school at all. It's just an event that happens when you're in school that it changes you. It it just it does stuff to you when you're in high school and middle school, and this is part of your life. But you get to realize that it doesn't it doesn't reflect on how it'll be outside, and it sucks that you only realize that once you get out, how unimportant popularity is, how unimportant fitting in is, how important any of that stuff is. What's really important is the people that you talk with about on the way, and who your friends are, like the good quality friends you got. Those are the people that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. All the people that tried putting you down, all the people that tried putting a negative impact on your life, they're going to disappear. They're going to disappear. You're never going to hear from them. You're never going to talk about them again, and they're not going to talk about you. Hell, most of the people that put me down is behind bars. Most of the people that tried to bring me down is just they're not there anymore. They're not even in the picture. They just faded off into nothing. But like you have your own personality that you can achieve, and that's the most important part. Oh shit. Oh damn. Thanks, Goat, for the 100 bits. Appreciate it, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Living with my cousins, I just ran to the back shed and I just cried there for a bit. My mom told my uncle about it, and he took me to this place called Whataburger, which is really good.
Yep. Okay. I'll rant about Whataburger. Okay, Whataburger is badass. If you ever if you ever want to pick me up, go to Whataburger. Yeah. Yeah, just get a Whataburger. Fuck it. Whataburger with fries, and then get the spicy ketchup. That's all you need. I mean, if y'all live in the South, if you don't live in the South, then I'm sorry, but Whataburger is bomb. I just want to mix up the rants a little bit.
And basically, that while I was there, he basically said it was kind of my fault for that happening, for all those kids saying me mean things. Basically saying, if you got a cool haircut, I don't really think that would happen. And, I mean, you do. Yeah, my hair didn't look the best, but I mean, I don't really think it was cool to say that. I still love my uncle, but I don't know.
What would you have wanted him to have told you there?
I don't know, that, like...
Anything else, honestly.
Say that...
Holy shit.
Like, kids are gonna be mean sometimes, and... just...
literally
things would get
anything
better.
else that he said.
Lunch was the worst part. You know, people from across the cafeteria like, "Hey, are you a guy or a girl?" And you know, stuff like that. And like, it felt like the entire cafeteria was looking at me.
Maybe you should join
I
a
don't-
motorcycle gang.
You
What
know,
the,
I found,
what the fuck?
my switchblade
Oh,
out,
because then
cruising for a
you-
bruising.
Switch
You have a
out.
bunch of people who care about your well-being. It's like a
I like
kind
I
of-
like this kid. He has a good sense of humor.
Talking about us?
Yeah.
Is there something behind us?
He has a good sense of
I don't
humor.
like motorcycles. My mom's ex-boyfriend died on a motorcycle. I know
Aw,
his, I
shit.
know his dad because my mom still talks to him. He's like sort of like a dad to my mom, and he's sort of like my grandfather, even though he's not.
So you would never buy a Harley.
This one kid in particular, I forget what his name.
Why
He
why
was
is he standing like that
"What's
though?
up, Yoshi?" And he wanted to
What
give
the
me a
fuck?
handshake. I didn't know what to do, alright? So he gave me a handshake.
I was trying
and he
to
just like squeezed my hand.
if I was trying to tell you a fucking serious ass story, how the hell are you gonna like how the hell are you gonna get like be treated seriously standing like that? Come on, man. Come on, man. Like
Into oblivion. I legitimately thought my hand was going to break. I could see him actually struggling to squeeze my hand. Like I could see his like face getting red. Like he was legitimately trying to like break my hand. I think my hand hurt so bad I almost cried in the hall.
It's like a
he-
supervillain origin story.
I liked this one girl like for like a couple months, and then later I found out that she liked me for like a week, and I was like, so that's a win in my book. I'm just gonna be happy that somebody actually liked me once. I'm really self-conscious about my height and my voice, because like this, you know, this does not sound like a 15-year-old's voice.
yeah, it does, dude.
He's really short and has a strange voice. He's
Danny.
like a sex symbol. I think you have like a
He's like a sex symbol.
Yes, because I feel like you're using elements of your life story on their hit show Young Sheldon.
Like I try to be funny sometimes, and I feel like if I'm not funny, then what's the purpose of like knowing me? Like in a lot of my times, my jokes, they're not funny at all. Like my jokes absolutely suck.
Tell us a joke.
Yeah. Like not every joke's gotta land though. Like I mean, no, I think I'm funny a little bit, but it's all about, you know, just trying to make people laugh and trying to just bring even if it's stupid. You can say a stupid joke and people are like, okay, that's a stupid joke, but it's funny because it's stupid. All right. It's all about just trying to, you know, just put it out there. Even the best comedians ever in the world don't land every single joke, so you don't have to be just, you know, funny all the time. It's better to just be, you know, you're just to have your own sense of humor, and people gravitate toward that. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do, guys. I know I'm something about height, 4'4" average. Dude, you don't gotta be picked on, man. I know it's hard. I've been there, and you don't gotta be picked on and everything, man. It's unnecessary for them to do that, and you don't deserve to be letting that affect you. All right. You have nothing to, like, you have no say in how tall you are or anything like that. You have no say in anything like that. It's not like you're born and it's like a Fallout trait system, and it's not like you have it's not like a Skyrim like create your character where you can just where you can just choose your height and everything. That's not how it works. Your body is the best tool that you have, right? And you gotta love yourself, including how you look and what you're born with. So you have nothing that you can do about your height, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I mean, it's just all what you do. It's about your mindset, keeping a positive mindset. So you got to keep your head up. All right. Where's he going? Where? He,
That's called gotcha journalism.
They all laughed and looked at me, and I was just like, I'm not gonna deal with this anymore. I'm not gonna deal with the constant kids at my school being mean to me and everyone in general, you know. Ever since I got there, I wanted to be homeschooled because we had always kind of thought about homeschool, and then eventually one day we're just like, let's do it, and then I was set on it. And then a week later, no, I don't want to do homeschool. Definitely not. And then a week later, yes, I do want to do homeschool. And it really just went back and forth until one day I'm like, yep, I want to do homeschool. I know my brain's going to say, no, you don't, but I'm just going to stick with this answer because I've rationalized it. And then when my mom called, said to pull me out of school, the principal was like, no, he's not going to do that. We'll talk about it tomorrow. And she's like, he's not going to be there tomorrow. It's his first day of homeschool.
shit.
And yeah, I've never heard from that principal again, and I kind of feel bad because he was a nice principal.
Aren't you worried that you're going to miss out on certain important life experiences from being homeschooled?
That did cross my mind, but you know, VR is a way to escape, you know? Like I can be a frog. Kermit
I
was
can be
literally
a
my
frog.
When I was like 6,
The ultimate.
For 2 hours, I got pieces of paper and built a fully functioning Kermit puppet.
It's like this is why I hate video games, where you can just have the ultimate male fantasy, and dudes are out here doing this.
I loved, and I made 2 more out of cloth. Kermit just reminds me of like me when I was like younger.
I like the Undertale little side music, by the way. I like Undertale.
Happier. I don't know. I really like Kermit. I've always liked puppets and stuff like that. When I was younger, I wanted to be a puppeteer. I got an old YouTube channel of me with my puppets. There's a picture of me sitting around with all of my puppets. I don't know. I just really like Kermit. And I can make friends in VR, and they might treat me a bit differently based on my voice, but they won't treat me differently based on my height,
No.
based on the way I look. It's really, I'd say, the closest form of anonymity that isn't anonymous you could get.
Damn.
Where people still know you. Kids don't know what I look like. For all they know,
Damn.
I am a swashbuckling bachelor, you know?
I don't think anyone thinks that.
What?
No one on VR chat is a
Yeah.
swashbuckling bachelor.
If you could tell everyone in the world one thing, what would it be?
Alright, here we go.
If somebody hates you, stab them with an asbestos-covered knife and take out their kneecaps.
Alright, no, that's not what you do, okay? Okay, that's not what you do. No, chat, don't do that. Alright, that's not what you do, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm pretty sure he's gonna denounce that, hopefully.
Okay, that
No
is...
wonder people don't like him very much.
Holy shit, chat. That was a trip. That was a trip. I'm glad. Alright. I'm actually gonna come back to Rekid later, watch later. Alright, we're gonna